last seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Let's turn the sound on. That would help. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So, of course, it is Monday, the 29th of July. And yeah, as always, we are going to go through the Bitcoin technical analysis. We're going to take a look at what is going on. We're going to take a look at what I'm currently doing within the market as well. And kind of what I expect to happen. So yeah, of course, before we jump in, please make sure that you do smash that thumbs up button. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and turn that bell notification on so that you never ever miss another upload. But yeah, we are going to go through what is currently happening, what I'm currently doing, and what we can kind of expect, and what that next best trade setup is going to be in the near to mid-term future, whenever that may be. So yeah, let's jump straight on into it. And of course, if you have any questions, anything that you want me to look at at any time, at any point, then please yeah, put that in the chat, and I will be more than happy to yeah, answer anything that you guys have. But yeah, let's get started, and let's yeah, initially start where I started off this morning with the team in the daily market update, right? So we were just going through this in the Discord right now. And yeah, this morning in the daily market update, I was actually telling the team, okay, well, today we can actually be looking for a short trade, right? We can actually be looking for a short trade today. And this is, yeah, exactly what we were looking at this morning in the daily market update. So this is from the live stream from the daily market update this morning. As you can see here, this was, yeah, live 6 hours ago, the 29th of the 7th, 2024. And this is what we were looking at, right? I was telling the team here that, okay, if we do form a failed auction of this range, of this high right here, okay, which, yes, you can class as the range high, that we could in fact, right, see price starting to pull back, okay? And this could actually offer us a really, really, really nice trade setup, okay? And that's pretty much what's happened today, right? That's pretty much what has happened, right? So this is the exact drawings from this morning. Okay, I haven't changed a thing. Okay, I haven't changed a thing whatsoever. Saved them, and as you can see, what has price done? Right, well, we formed this failed auction, okay, and we've seen this big move towards the downside, right? So yeah, this is kind of what's really, really valuable about the Discord and of course the daily market updates, right? You know, we've been calling these trades pretty much every single day, right? So we had the 25th, okay, of course, yeah, not the weekend, but we had the 25th here as well, where we called that long trade, okay, and of course, you know, that was a really, really profitable long trade. What else did we have? We had this short trade here, okay, off of the naked point of controls. Initially, right, that was a really nice trade as well. This was the short trade here that we took, okay. Initially, yeah, it didn't come down to value area low, but right, it came down to POC. We took a what was it? We took a TP1. Okay, taking a TP1, move the stop loss to entry. So yeah, took a quick $500 on that trade. So that was really, really, really nice to see. And yeah, there was the long trade, right? There was the long trade that took us up. Okay, so that was again a really profitable trade as well. That was yeah, this trade here. Of course, yeah, that trade specifically did not yeah, make me 10,000. Of course, I just added to that. It was a previous trade that I added to. But yeah, just some amazing trades recently, of course. And yeah, this is just how valuable these daily market updates are, right? We're literally talking about this morning, okay, that failed auction from that high there. And yeah, what have we got today? Updating the team here, because I'll hold my hands up and I'll say I didn't actually take the trade myself. I didn't take the trade because I was away from the computer at that moment in time. So unfortunately, I did miss that. Okay, I do miss trades here and there. But yeah, initially, that's what we were looking at. And I said here, it's good to see that some of you did, because I have to give a shout out to FR Trader here. I do have to give a big shout out to FR Trader here. Very happy with this trade. Took the short off of the SFP of the 70k psychological. So yeah, he's taken this trade here. Of course, made a nice little bit of profit there. So yeah, congratulations. Shout out to FR Trader there. Absolutely love that. And yeah, and he says, kind of wish I didn't close it, but you know, this is the thing, right? It's a successful trade. You have to be happy with it. Okay, you can't dwell on a profitable trade, right? It's a profitable trade, so yeah, you can't be unhappy with that whatsoever. And you know, where can we go from here, right? Where can we actually go from here? And I mean, to be honest with you, I do think we could actually go lower from here. So initially, we're coming into that value area low. We're kind of sitting around that. Sorry, the value area low, the value area high, which we can actually update. So let's just see where we are with this. Let's see. Right. So we are, okay, getting accepted, right, into that. We are getting accepted into that value area high. So, I mean, if we get accepted into that, I would be happy to see POC. Okay, of course, you know, that's acted as support previously right here. If we start to lose that POC, okay, so of course, if we get accepted back into the value area high, we're looking for POC. If we lose POC, right, let's just get rid of this for a sec. Okay, if we lose POC, okay, then I'd be looking for value area low. So I do still think, right, we could see lower prices from here. Okay, but of course, we have to lose all of the support to get there. So yeah, that's a possibility, of course. And what I did notice just before I came live was that, let's take a look at XO charts quick. I can see a comment has come in. Let me just cover this quick and then I'll take a look at that. So yes, so we do have a PDV setup as well. So we've got daily open above previous day value area high. If we get acceptance into that previous day value area high, let's just have a look. We haven't got acceptance yet, but if we start to get acceptance into it, well, we're in it at the moment. Okay, I wouldn't class it as acceptance yet. I would like to see like a close inside of it. But if we do see that, then we can be looking at previous day value area low, which is 67,500. So that's where we can be targeting. And I would actually expect that, to be honest with you, and I'll cover why in a sec. But yeah, that would take us close to that POC there. And the reason why I'd be looking for that is because on this move up, look at that open interest increase, okay, and look at all of that positive delta there as well. 22 million new long trades are underwater now. You know, we've got 8 million there. We've got 6.4 million there. We've got 6.1 million there, 3 million. There's just millions and millions of longs opening up on this move up. Okay, what are we starting to do? Well, you can see open interest decreasing, negative delta here, lots of negative delta. So what do we know? Okay, well, we know that a lot of these long trades are covering. Okay, they are closing out, adding fuel to the fire, pushing the price lower, which of course is initially quite bearish. Okay, so yeah, I would kind of expect this PDV to play out and maybe even lower prices from there as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at this moment in time. But of course, POC is support. Let's have a look at that comment quickly. Let's pull the chat up. Cool. So, okay. Anchor. I feel like I'm pronouncing that very wrong. Anchor. But yeah, thank you for putting in a comment. I've been following you for a few weeks now, and I must say your analysis is correct most of the time. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for that comment. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, comments like that really do motivate me to continue to do this, because yeah, I have to like be perfectly honest with you guys, and I don't have to do this. It's just kind of something that I enjoy. And I was speaking to one of the members in the Discord, actually, Damien. I was speaking to Damien, and basically, you know, he was saying that, you know, he's got a full-time job and that trading is literally just a hobby for him. And that's kind of how it started for me as well. You know, I started with a full-time job. Trading was a hobby. And then thankfully I was making enough money from trading to actually quit my job and start full-time trading. But yeah, then I was a bit like, oh, now I don't really have a hobby. Trading is kind of like a job now for me. It's not really a hobby, and it kind of became less fun. It did kind of become a little bit less fun, and then I got I decided to start sharing my analysis online, so I could hopefully help some people, and I did initially at the start on Twitter get some traction, and then I did get I did get spotted by someone who was already fairly big on YouTube, and then we worked together for a little bit, and then I kind of went on my own path, because it kind of wasn't something. It was more entertainment rather than education, and I kind of wanted to focus more on the education because I didn't want to just entertain people. I wanted to actually educate people about this stuff, and now it's kind of just like a hobby of mine to just share my analysis. I think it's quite fun. So yeah, I really appreciate that comment. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, I mean, correct most of the time. Yeah, we can never be correct all of the time. That is a big part of trading that, everybody should understand when you come into this. No one's perfect in trading. No one's perfect in anything, in any aspect of their life. So yeah, you're definitely not going to be perfect in trade. I can tell you that. But yeah, you can, have a pretty good win rate. And if you know what to look at, if you know what to, what types of trades to take, then of course, then yes, you can win the majority of your trades. It is very possible. So yeah, thank you very much for that, and yeah, thank you very much for following for however long you've been following. You said a few weeks ago, so thank you very much for following. But I mean, this is exactly what the Discord is for. This is exactly what the daily market updates are for, right? Just literally sharing those ideas, and then of course, if I take the trade, I'm always putting them in the Discord as well. Kind of wish I took this short trade now this morning, but yeah, I was doing a bit of gardening when I should have been taking this trade, but unfortunately I missed it. But yeah, it was given to the team this morning, and of course, big shout out again to FR Trader, who did take that trade there. So yeah, congratulations to him. Really nice trade there. Some almost $90 in a profit. So really good trade from himself there. So yeah, I mean, we got 44 minutes left of the 2-hour candle. I mean, if we're looking at the 1 hour. I hate this. Why doesn't this fixed range just load? I don't know why. It just doesn't work sometimes. It's really frustrating. There we go. So yeah, we're kind of getting acceptance into it now. It would be nice to see like a back test and then a rejection for like confirmed acceptance into the level. But I mean, we don't have to do that. We honestly do not have to do that. And the reason being is because if we take a look at, well, let's take a bit of a broader perspective of it. So, we've still got quite a lot of longs that are still in a profit as well. So a lot of them are underwater, and I wouldn't say, let's just have a little quick count. So we've got 31 million there. We got 50 million there. We've got, let's round that up a little bit, add that 1.1. So, like 56 million. 56, 58. Let's call it like so 65-ish million long trades are underwater. Okay, and we've had almost all of them cover. All right, so we've got 65 million-ish long trades, okay, that are underwater, and you can see here that 52 million of them have covered already. So quite a lot of them have already covered. I mean, there's still some that are holding on to their position, but yeah, once they cover, they can push the price a little bit lower, and then we come into 10 million here. Some of them are under about 10 million because we still have these ones here. So then we come into 10 million long trades that aren't currently underwater at this moment in time, and they could push the price a little bit lower as well. So, I mean, we could still, I do still think that we could come lower, and I think we could come and take out $67,500 to complete that PDV. We could come then to the POC. Where from there, if we start to lose that POC and we see shorts coming in, that's when we're looking for value area low there. So, I do think this correction could be completed. I think the high for the day is been put in, to be honest with you. I don't think we'll come back up. We could, but I just don't see it. Now POC, right, could act as some nice support, possibly, right? We could see POC acting as some nice support. But ultimately, if we do come down to value area low, we could possibly look for a long trade off a value area low. Reason being, okay, because remember, this long trade that we took here. So this long trade here, again, from value area low, where was it? I've just seen Jamie has popped into the chat as well. I remember that you actually took that trade literally like a 2 minutes before me. So I remember seeing that. Well, have I gone a bit too far back here? Yeah, I have. Where is it? Where is it? I'm getting lost. Yeah, here we are. There we are. Okay, so this is when I took so 4 p.m. on the 25th. That's when I added to that long trade. Okay, which was this one here when we got the reclaim of value area low. And yeah, I remember, Jamie, you actually did take that trade yourself. Where was that? Okay, I'm probably not going to find this too much in. Who knows, right? But I remember you taking that, Jamie. But yeah, that was the long trade, right? So that was from a value area low, right? So that was from the value area low with the GP 786 with absorption into the level. Did we have anything else there? Yeah, I think that was it, to be honest with you. So yeah, it was a nice, and then the reclaim of value area low. Sorry, that was it. That was the final finale for the long trade. So the reclaim of value area low, and we took that long trade, and we were kind of looking at this off of the basis, right, that was making those continued higher highs, and this was like higher lows, and this was a continued like higher low, right? Of course, you had a small time frame setup as well in there, like a 5-minute trade setup off of a swing value pattern, if you're more of an aggressive trader. But yeah, it was kind of that higher low structure. So again, the same thing, right, applies here. If we are to pull back, okay, to that value area low, maybe we start to see some signs of strength there. Let's have a look at the naked point of controls. Okay, that's nice. We got $64,800. $64,800. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, 64,800. Okay, then we can pull a GP 786 as well there. So with that, and yeah, maybe we can get absorption into that level. See price pulling back, taking out this naked point of control, maybe wicking onto that value area low. That could offer a really nice. That could offer a really nice long trade, possibly. Because then, you know, we're looking at the same structure, right, of price forming. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Price forming that high-low structure, okay? Because, yeah, price has been, you know, forming this just non-stop higher low after higher low after higher low with higher highs after higher highs after higher highs. So, you know, in theory, like we should be continuing this. Of course, we can break that bearish market structure. And, I mean, if we don't get absorption into that level, and when I say absorption, it's this right here, okay, what we were looking at on the previous long trade, right, when we were seeing, okay, price forming higher lows, CVD ticking towards the downside, telling us more aggressive sells, more aggressive shorts happening here than there was back here. However, price is remaining bullish. So yeah, for me, it's like, okay, if we do the same thing there, we have lots of support there, we have lots of confidence there. So I would like that, okay. We could get the higher low, and then we could come up from another higher high. Okay, so that for me is probably the next best trade setup. Of course, where we are right now, I don't believe. I mean, we could previous day value area low. All right, let's just group these together for now and save that. So I mean, we could argue off of the POC here, and maybe a long trade here. We've got POC, we've got GP 786, and the finale would kind of be. let's just anchor that onto there. The finale would kind of be, I don't really like it. No. I was gonna say absorption into the level, but I'm not too keen on that. I don't think we'll get absorption into that. So yeah, not really a favorable trade, to be honest with you. It's a possibility, right? We've done it before where we back tested POC, but it's like, for me, it's more of an aggressive trade with low confluence. That would be, you got POC, you got GP786, but whenever I pull a GP786, I'd rather have absorption into the level. Let me just pull up the chat quick and have a look. We are rejecting from failing trend line, and I think it is a lower high. Yeah, that's a very good observation there, Eric. Nice to see you back here, by the way. But yeah, definitely, right? It's possibly another lower high. Yeah, you're 100% correct there. It's possibly another lower high. And unfortunately, I don't have the short trade from there, which I wish I'd got. And we could come down for another lower low, right? That is a big possibility, but then we have to remember, okay, price is in really nice bullish market structure at this moment in time. So until we break that, we're not know. If we break the bearish market, the bullish market structure, then we can say, okay, we've got bearish market structure here. We're probably going to go for another lower low, because that's exactly what happened right back here. Bullish market structure here. Okay, broke that to bearish market structure. Okay, and we did that once before. Sorry, that's not perfect. So yeah, don't quote me on that. But then, here again as well, right? Bullish market structure, broke that into bearish market structure here as well. Okay, then we went to put the bullish market structure, then to that bearish market structure. Not pretty. Okay, I didn't draw it pretty, but yeah, it was just quick. So yeah, that's again what we could be looking at, right? We've got the bullish market structure here, okay, which could then shift into that bearish market structure for another lower low. So of course, we have to be aware of that. Jamie Rogers, good to see you back. Good to see you back, my friend. If price pops up a little, would there possibly be an entry? Yes, for me, I don't think price will pop back up, to be honest with you, but yes, definitely. Definitely. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I just don't really see it. But yeah, I mean, yes, yeah. At the moment, I don't see it, because I need to see where price is gonna. Because what we can do, right, is we can pull a fib, right, and we can say, okay, right, fib. We pull back into the GP786. We have absorption into the level. Okay, we can look here for another higher low. Sorry, a lower high. Okay, for a short trade off of that. But of course, we need to see this pullback, right? We need to see this pullback end, and we can't really observe that yet. So yes, right. If we get another pushback up, yes, we can possibly look for another short trade. But at this moment in time, it's just a little bit too early to tell. A little bit too early to tell. But of course, if I see it, right, I will of course let you know. Do you think there is a possibility of rejection from 70 to 71k next week, and we go down all the way to 60k to liquidate all the longs? Yes, yeah, definitely, right. Now, do we come up again? I don't know, right? I can't judge that. Here was the short trade to be had, right? Here was the short trade from up here, and I mean, that would have, of course, be have been the short trade to be in at this moment in time. To, of course, if we do pull back for, much further, okay, and we do liquidate all the long trades that have opened up on this move up, right? That was the short trade to have had. Do we come up one more time, right? That's the question. Do we come up one more time? And maybe, right, like you said, take out $71,000, because of course that is something I'm looking at as well, right? Of course we have, it's a little bit lower than 71. Let's call it like 70,700 to come back up. Yes, it's a possibility, right? Where we come back up, we take out the high that we've just formed here, and then we tap the high of the parallel channel here. Okay, we then failed auction swing failure pattern. That, yes, right, that could be a possibility, right? That could be a possibility. At this moment in time, I don't know if we will see that, but that, of course, is a possibility. If we do see that, that is a short trade, okay? 100%. But whether we have that retracement back up there, I don't know, okay? I don't know whether we'll see that. If we do see it, okay, I will be aware of that short trade. And if we see that, okay, I will look to take that. I will look to take that. But yeah, we'll see, because of course we could pull back, we could see another rise up, another higher high, right? Then we could get that, you know, that move that we just talked about there, and then the move down, right? So we could actually continue to form this bullish market structure, okay? Then we actually break that here, okay, and we get that short trade setup, of course. So yeah, 100%. Like next week, you know, maybe even this week, right? Maybe even this week, maybe next week. Who knows, right? But yeah, we could take out that for another short trade. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happened back here, to be honest with you. You know, I took a short trade initially here. We got a pullback, another move up, took the short trade there, and then that was the bigger pullback. So yeah, we could see something similar there. 100%. So yeah, we just have to remain patient and wait and see what happens, really. But yeah, at this moment in time, I would still be happy to see previous day value area low at 67,500. Would still be happy to see that. Lots of long trades covering here. Lots and lots of long trades. So yeah, of course, if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button already, please make sure that you do that. But yeah, of course, if you do want access to that Discord where, you know, I give all the trades away, of course, you get access to the daily market updates where we're giving the setups as well. Then, of course, that's the first link in the description, which will take you over to this page right here where you can get access to, of course, the Discord. We have the ExoChart templates and, of course, the education there as well. So, yeah, that's where you can get all of that. And then, of course, second link is the free Discord. Let's pull up quick. Because where we are bouncing at this moment in time is that naked point of control at 6, 7. Well, it's been tapped now, of course, but 6, 7, 750. There's always a reason for price bouncing and stalling. So 6, 7. What did I say? 6, 7, 750. Let's call it 6, 7, 750. 6, 7, 750. So that's where we are now. I wouldn't say it's a hugely important level. I wouldn't say it's a hugely important level, but I mean, we could bounce off of it. Oh, I haven't marked that one yet, have I? 6, 7, 320. That's interesting. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. Just double check where this one's at. So we do have lots of new longs coming in here, to be honest. So that's kind of what's holding price up at this moment in time. I kind of like. I just don't. We're not going to get absorption though, because the first thing I'm thinking of is, okay, right? Can we get a GP 786 into that level? But then it's like, whenever I pull a GP 786, I just always instantly think, okay, we need to have absorption into it, because what we have to understand, right? What we have to understand is that that every man and his dog is looking at the GP 786 or just like the GP. So I just don't think it's a hugely important level, to be honest with you, unless you get absorption into it, because I know that nowadays everybody is looking at that GP, and that's kind of why I've slowly started. Well, it's not slowly started to stop using it, but I've added the 786 into it because what we're seeing a lot of the time now is that we're not respecting the GP. What we're actually doing is we're breaking below it and then coming down to the 786, because everyone knows the golden pocket now. Everybody knows the golden pocket, right? So for me, it's it's not a level I'm hugely I take as huge importance. Okay, the 786 on the other hand, I do really like that as a level on its own, but still I would always look for absorption into that level, because then I know that's where a big player is. But yeah, just to give a little bit of an update on that long trade as well. Still, I'm still currently in the long trade here. Still in the long trade. It's not in as much profit as it was this morning. It was over like $2,300 of unrealized profit. Of course, I still have that $10,000 realized profit there as well. But yeah, that's, of course, that's a trade that I'm kind of just leaving now, because if we continue to all-time high, of course, I want to take advantage of that. So I'm willing to risk that unrealized profit that I have in there. That trade for me has just been already immensely successful. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about the rest of the capital in there. Of course, my stop loss is at entry as well, so it is completely risk-free. But yeah, I don't like this level here because we're not getting absorption. I do like the confluence with the POC and that naked point, that weekly naked point of control. I do like those, to be honest. But I don't see the confluence there for a possible long trade, to be honest. So yeah, it's looking likely that we're going to get accepted into this value area high. Then I'm saying POC. Okay, if we lose, I know we're very close to that POC, right? But it's that, okay, POC is a big support. If we lose the POC, right, then that's when I'm thinking, okay, value area low, which is down here at 64,400 ish. So that's just something to be aware of, right? Hedged short at 70k. I mean, yeah, the short trade, was from 70k. Of course, this is what we were talking about this morning in the daily market update, right? We were looking at this this failed auction of $69,500. Did you get the short? Unfortunately, I didn't get the short trade. But yeah, this is what I was telling the team this morning in the daily market update. I said, if we fail auction this, right, we're looking for that pullback. I unfortunately was away from the computer at the time we did that. So yeah, annoyingly, I did miss that trade. But I know that some of the team did actually take the trade. You can see here, FR Trader actually took that trade himself. So yeah, that's exactly what we were looking at this morning. Yeah, would have loved to have got into that trade, but no, I didn't get that trade myself, frustratingly. But yeah, the question is, did you get that trade yourself? Did you did you spot that trade? But yeah, how like what I'm kind of thinking right now is, yeah, if we lose this and we lose POC, we come down to the value area low, and we do get absorption into that level. Of course, we have the GP786 at that level. We've also got a naked point of control. So there's a strong argument, right? If we get absorption into the level, there's a strong argument, like I just drew here, right? There's that strong argument for a long trade, and I mean this goes back to what I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Um, Ankur. Yeah, this goes back to what Ankur said of right. Okay, maybe we come up a little bit higher. Okay, so my thinking is okay if we pull back to the value area low, right? GP786, naked point of control. If we get the absorption, which is the icing on the cake, okay, then we can look for the long trade here. Take this back up, okay, to above 70k. Right, if we take this back above 70k, then what we can actually be looking for is price to then come to the top of the channel here, right? The top of the channel up here, where we could possibly see price coming into, of course, the naked point of controls that we have up there, right? We then like swing failure pattern, or let's just redraw that, right? Swing failure pattern or failed auction that high there, okay, for the short trade, for then a move down to possibly like $51,700. Okay, that's something that I'd be looking for if we did see another move up. Okay, so that's kind of what I'd be looking for because yeah, like I said, I didn't get the short trade here, so that's what I'd be looking for in the future. So yeah, there's a possibility for another move back up because I like the possible long trade from here. I do like it. It's just going off the same basis of okay, we're still in this higher high and higher low structure, so we could continue that. My short was set at 70,200 dollars. Did you get that short trade? Because did we come that high? We didn't. We didn't come that high. Um, Mr. FFS, what a nightmare. I love the name. Mr. FFF, what a nightmare. Yeah, did your order get filled? Did you have a limit order there? Because on Bybit, we didn't come up, we didn't even make it to $70,100. We came to 70,098. So yeah, did you get filled on that? Because of course you might be on a different exchange, and it might have got filled on a different exchange. It hit $70,020. What exchange is that? Is that the high on your exchange? Oh, Blowfin. Okay, so it never hit $70,200. Yeah, that's really frustrating. So yeah, um, I guess you must have missed that. I'm guessing then that's really frustrating. Was it a limit order? Yeah, personally for me, I never set limit orders, and that's kind of a big part of it because yeah, you can front run or miss your entry, right? But yeah, I like to look for confirmation, and then I personally like to just enter in market. I know the fees are a little bit higher. Is it lagging? Yeah, let me know. Is it lagging? I didn't know it was lagging, to be honest with you. If it is, I'm sorry. I do have bad Wi-Fi because yeah, I live in literally the middle of nowhere. So we have Starlink, of course. That I've got Starlink. That Wi-Fi. It's good. It's the best I can get, but it's not great. It isn't great for live streaming. Uh, I am hoping to move soon. Mm, maybe this maybe not in the UK either, so, yeah, I'm looking to get out of here, and yeah, I'll make sure that my next place has good Wi-Fi, right? Yeah, I set a limit order though. Um, thought about a market smash, but I'm not fussed. Waiting to see how low this can go. Yeah, I mean, right now we're bouncing off of that naked point of control, so maybe, we could come back up. Maybe we could come back up. We're still holding that bullish structure, right? Structure, so it is a possibility. I'm looking to buy Pepe on spot, at 0.00000075 if I get the chance. Yeah, I'll pull up the Pepe chart actually. There is a delay between me typing and it showing on the screen. I'm on version 500 megabytes. I think that's good. And yeah, just to give you a bit of a reasoning, it's me that puts the comments on the screen. So yeah, I just like I can Yeah, so it's me that's doing that. It's not you lagging. When you put a comment in, it doesn't go on the screen. It's me pressing. So yeah, that might be it. But yeah, 500 megabytes. I think that's good for Wi-Fi. Yeah. Is that download or upload? I know that, yeah, I know that you need to have a good upload if you're live streaming, and my upload is not that great. But yeah, a long trade on Pepe isn't a bad idea, right? A long trade on Pepe isn't a bad. Let's pull up the chart. That's Boom, sorry. Pepe, there we go. So that was a previous long that we looked at on Pepe, and then there was a short off of that VWAP. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't have fiber where I am. I don't have so yeah, Starlink is all I literally just got Starlink so that I could live stream. Because previously before that I couldn't live stream. I had to um yeah, just do videos, but yeah, it's still pretty the thing is it's not actually 300 megabits, it's actually 300 megabits. It's a little bit worse than that, of course. Um, I think, sometimes it's like 140 at best. So, yeah, you were looking for a long trade somewhere down here. Get rid of that analysis, actually. You don't really need that. I mean, Pepe, it does look really good in terms of the market structure of it. It does look really good. And it's like, if Bitcoin's gonna continue to go up, I don't see Pepe going back down, to be honest with you. If Bitcoin's gonna go and make a new all-time high, to be honest with you, I just expect Pepe to continue this bullish market structure and go higher. That's kind of what I'd be looking at, to be perfectly honest with you. Because this is looking good. This is looking healthy. It's looking strong, right? But of course, if Bitcoin gets weak, yes, um, Yes, we can definitely see Pepe back down there. Um, but yeah, if Bitcoin sees a bigger pullback and we're looking at another lower low on Bitcoin, I wouldn't really be looking for a long on Pepe or any altcoins unless I see some strength on Bitcoin, uh, meaning that meaning that if we come down to the new range low, right? Because of course, yeah, just give it, yeah, that's kind of where this long trade is from, right? This is where this long trade is from, the range low. Okay, so we can update this because of course, yeah, we're looking at it here. So we can update that range low, right? So we can put this to that new range low, and let's say Bitcoin does form a lower high up here, and we do come down to form another lower low. For me, before I consider entering a trade on Pepe, before I even look entering into a trade on an altcoin, then I would look for like a reclaim of that value of that range low and that long trade on Bitcoin to take it back up. Um, that's what I'd wait for before I get into any altcoins really. Um, just because I understand it could get quite messy on the altcoins if we do another low. I think it could get quite messy. So we'll see. But yeah, initially, that's originally where this long trade is from. Um, and then, I've of course taken a lot of profit on that long trade. And then we came up, and then in this pullback here, that's where I added to the long trade for that another move up. So yeah, it's been a really, really nice long trade. But yeah, on altcoins, I wouldn't look if we're pulling back here, I wouldn't look to long until I start to see a sign of strength on Bitcoin down here. That's my personal preference. It's okay. I got a mate that lives in the sticks. He can only get Starlink or 8 megabits PT. Literally, yeah, yeah, 8 megabyte. No, yeah, I have to say mine's 10 megabytes on BT. 10. I still have BT Wi-Fi. Um, but yeah, yeah. I have to say it's not quite bad as 8, but it's 10. But that's still rubbish for live streaming. Um, Pepe looks strong for a shitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it does look really good. It does look really good. Uh, but yeah, like I said, if Bitcoin's gonna come down from another lower low, I wouldn't be interested in buying Pepe or longing Pepe until I was happy that Bitcoin's, coming into some strong support, coming into some strength, right? Um, I want to see Bitcoin drop to low 50K, lower end of parallel channel on my daily chart. Yeah, so I what I've been looking at is possibly coming down to 51,750 for a bounce up. That's what I've been considering. 51,750. That's where I'd like to see Bitcoin coming for another long trade up. Um, then see what Pepe's on. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Pepe in this bull market is really good. We know that. Okay, we know Pepe's really good in this bull market. And I mean, if this bull market is going to continue to carry on, any major pullback on Bitcoin, and then any like slight sign of strength on Bitcoin or major sign of strength on Bitcoin is a really good buying opportunity for these shit coins, right? Pepe being one of them. Like I didn't do it. I probably should have, but when I took the long trade here on Bitcoin there, when I took the long trade on Bitcoin there as well, let's have a look at the dates, right? So I took this trade actually a little bit. Was it the 7th of July? I think I took the trade. I can't quite remember, but yeah, 5th to the 7th of July. Yeah, look at where that would have been, right? That would have been at the low here, okay, and then what I longed the 2nd of May back here. Okay, so, if we took the trade 2nd of May, here. So here on this pullback here, Okay, so that would have been, yeah, a really, really nice long trade there as well. So, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not interested in longing these altcoins unless we start to see a major pullback on Bitcoin, and then we start to see sign of strength, like here with the failed auction arranged low. So I took that long trade. Okay, that was a really good opportunity to get into altcoins as well. Here, we longed the failed auction as well of the range low. That was another really good opportunity to get into a long trade there. Um, I'm really curious to know if you've ever tried your hand at gain analysis for trading. It looks weird, but it uses moon phase to predict volatility. Gain analysis. I'm really curious to know if you've ever tried a gain analysis. You might have to expand a little bit there. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. It looks weird, but it uses moon phases. I've seen moon phases before. Yeah, I'm just very skeptical about it because, yeah, I don't really see how the moon has anything to do with it. I don't know if it will. I've never really, like, delved into it. I've seen people talk about it. I've never, like, looked at it myself, so I'm not gonna comment on it. I don't really know. But, yeah, gain analysis, no idea. Maybe you could expand a little bit. I don't know. I've never heard of it, to be honest with you. Gain analysis. Oh, okay, I see what you mean here. Yeah, no, yeah, um, gain angles. Yeah, gain angles. Okay. I guess you're talking about, gain angles. Yeah, so where are we? I'm not gonna find them in I actually don't use them. Where are we? Here. Gain fan. Is this what you mean here, the gain fan? Yeah, let me know if that's what you mean. I personally don't use them. Um, yeah, that's just personal preference, right? I don't use them. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Can you don't understand why that keeps pulling up. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I mean, if you put it to a nice low, I mean that one to one's been respected quite well actually. Look at that. That's really nice respect there. Yeah, I mean, I've if this is what you're talking about, then yeah, to be honest, I've never really used it. I'm more of a simple man, to be honest with you. I like simple, okay? I like horizontal levels. I don't like looking at diagonal levels, to be perfectly honest with you. Um, yeah, I don't know if that's what you were talking about, Anchor. I don't know if that's what you're on about, but if that is, then yeah, I don't use it. But yeah, I'm a simple I like to keep my analysis pretty simple. I like horizontal levels. I don't like to look at diagonal levels. Yes, right, I'm looking um, this here as a diagonal level. Let's clear the chart up a little bit. I'm looking at this here. Yes, I understand that. But yeah, it's not my preferred thing. I'd rather focus on horizontal levels. For me, that works. Um, yeah, horizontal. I just it's just what works for me. What I use here is just literally 4 years of experimenting, and this is what I have found works for me. So it's like, why am I gonna change anything about this when it works? So yeah, that's why I don't look at things like that. I've looked at it before, 100%. I have looked at it before, but I don't look at it now. It's like I've been through like all of these things here. The fib spiral, like, all of this stuff. Fib time, I still kind of use that sometimes, but more for like the larger time frame analysis stuff. But yeah, I've been through all of this, and I kind of just don't look at it anymore. Um, yeah, I found what works, and I'm sticking to it. Right, that's kind of it for me, really. Um, I'm also looking at Flocky. Yeah, I've been looking at Flocky recently because it's only 1 billion market cap. Yeah, I mean, um, coins like Flocky who aren't as well established as Pepe, um, then yes, they can give you amazing return, amazing returns. But again, it comes back to it. Of course, I'm not giving financial advice here, but it's just like something that I would consider is like if you're looking to buy it, do not just buy it. Look for a big pullback, then look for strength on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin's gonna see a big move up, these altcoins are gonna follow, right? These altcoins are gonna follow, and it's the same with, like, you see a big sign of weakness on Bitcoin, you can be looking to short them or you can take profit on them, whatever. Of course, that none of that's financial advice, but that's just personally what I'd be doing. I wouldn't look to get into altcoins unless Bitcoin has had a big pullback and showing me some sign of strength. That's when I'll look to get in. Yeah, if you combine this with the moon phase, then it gives you resistance touch points and the timing when they will be hit. That's really interesting. Um, 5th of August happened to be a new moon, and as per the gain, we should go down. Okay, that's interesting. I've never thought about combining those 2 things. To be honest with you, the moon phases, I can't really comment on it because I just have no experience in it. I've heard of it, but I've never looked into it. But, that's quite interesting to know. Um, if it's like, if you can back test it and it's like proven, then I mean, yeah, it's 100% valid. You just need to be able to back test it, and as long as you can back test it and it's proven to have like a higher than 60% win rate, or at least a higher than 50% win rate, then of course it's valid. But then if it's like got a win rate of just above 50%, then you have to be taking every single trade. You can't take one trade and expect it to win because of course your win rate's good, but it's not high. But I mean, if it's got a win rate of like 70% or 50%, okay, you can be looking to take that trade. Your analysis is similar to a streamer I normally watch, which is K1M6A. Ooh, I've never actually heard of that. Um, let me just pull whoever they are up. Um, let's have a look. Right, so K1, what was it? K1M6A. K1. It's an interesting name, to be honest with you. Okay, I've never actually heard of these guys. Okay, yeah, we can see that. Yeah, it's pretty similar because they're obviously using some order flow. I don't use this heat map, to be honest with you. I don't use that. Um, but yeah, interesting. I can see they're only using horizontal levels as well. So instantly I can look at that and say, yeah, it's gonna be pretty similar. They're obviously right. So yeah, that's cool to see. So we've got accepted back into this now. We got accepted back into this value area high. So now we can kind of be looking for this POC, to be honest with you. If we lose the POC, then we can look for value area low. But of course, we could hold this higher low structure at POC. We do have confluence there. and then we could come back up to take another high. But again, if we lose it, we can look for lower. Uh, our YouTube vision also talked about moon phase, but the evidence he showed was weak. Yeah, I haven't looked into it, so yeah, again, I can't really comment on it. But yeah, I'd possibly have to look into that. Right, please check the top at 72,130 on 4-hour chart. It happens to be on a new moon. It's freaky, to be honest with you. Um, K1M6A streams on Twitch, but has highlights on YouTube. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I've never looked. Maybe I should start looking at his stuff. To be honest with you. It's nice to hear other people's perspectives. But yeah, it's freaky. How'd you get the moon phase? Yeah, I've never looked at it. I don't know if there's an indicator. High there. I don't know. Moon phase. There we go. I mean, you're not wrong there, but it's yeah, it's what's what are the different colours? Does that mean anything? I mean, for like a, I don't really is. Let's have a look. I don't. Oh no. Settings. Waxing moon. Waning moon. No idea. Yeah, I mean that lines up, but yeah, I don't think it's anything that I'd really look at, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, it's not really something I'd ever look at, to be honest with you. The dark one is new moon, and the other one is full moon. Okay. Okay, that's interesting to know. Yeah, I never knew that, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's not something that I would ever use, to be honest with you. It's not. I like to look at pure technicals. I don't I don't even think about fundamental analysis, right? Anything that's going on in the news, I don't care. I literally so look at technicals. The reason being is because I look back to when I wasn't profiting from trading. I look back to when I wasn't consistently making profits in trading. What was I doing then? I was, looking at, first of all, diagonal levels. That was a big thing. I was, longing breakouts and shorting breakdowns. I was considering fundamental news into my analysis. Okay, those 3 things, once I started to actually remove them, I started to see progress in my trading. Um, so, I'd never ever go back to looking at stuff like that. Anything other than technical analysis, even if it is technical analysis that implements something else, and I feel like that's what the moon phase does. If you use it and it works for you, then great. Okay, but for me, I don't think it would work. And to be honest with you, any new indicator that comes out, any new big indicator, I can guarantee you I will never use it. Like there's a big one, Market Cipher, that a lot of people use. And I know it's got actually some similarities to, I'm pretty sure it does. I've never looked into it, but I think it's got similarities to like open interest and CBD. So I think it's got some relevance, but yeah, it's not something I'd ever use. To be honest with you, yeah, I just don't really use indicators anyway. The only indicator that I kind of use is the VWAP. I think that's an amazing indicator, the VWAP, because not only is it an average of price, it's an average of volume as well. It's volume. Okay, so yeah, that's why I like. Because I love looking at volume. I think that's a really important thing. So VWAP, the moving averages, I look at them on larger timeframes, but I don't really consider them on smaller timeframes. But yeah, they're always handy as well, but I don't really look at them that much, to be honest with you. I don't look at any indicators really. So I don't see a reason to start using them, to be perfectly honest with you. Um, I know that I am doing well enough without those things. So yeah, and like I said earlier, I like to keep it very simple. I just like it to keep it simple. I don't like to overcomplicate things, and simple works for me. So whatever works for me, I'm going to continue to do that. And of course, like everybody's going to be different. Like everybody's gonna be different. Things the things I use might not work for other people. Okay, it's just the reality of it. But yeah, let me know if you've got any more questions because we've been live for just over an hour now. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. If you do, please put them in the chat. And if not, I will probably head off because yeah, I've been live for over an hour now. So yeah, if you've got any final questions, put them in the chat and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Of course, subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. And then, of course, if you want access to the Discord, the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away. Of course, you get access to the daily market updates, where, of course, we talked about the short this morning. Of course, that amazing long trade that we took the other day as well on the 25th, and of course, well there from the 26th. So if you want access to all of that, this is the first link in the description, which will take you over to the page. Or if you just want the free Discord, then of course that is the second link in the description as well. But yeah, I think if there's no more questions coming in, I will leave that there. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's always good to see familiar faces. Eric, good to see you back. Jamie, good to see you back. Anchor, I believe I've seen you here before, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's good to see you back here as well. Mr. FFS, what a nightmare. Love the name. Yeah, it's good to see you here. I don't believe I've seen you here before. So yeah, really, really good to see you here, to be honest with you. Really good to see you. So yeah, thank you everybody very much for watching. Again, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe of course if you're new to the channel, and yeah, I'm of course looking to see any Visionary members over in the Visionary Discord. And of course, if you're not a Visionary member, I will see you for the live stream tomorrow. So yeah, see you later, guys. Take care and goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?